So straight off the bat, I think Notre Dame has a pretty talented roster. Just going through it real quickly, I mean, Riley Leonard, the QB, I think a lot of people kind of just assume he's going to be good. I'm not sure if he's proven himself yet, really. I mean, 2 seasons ago, he had 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, which was pretty good for a sophomore. But last season, he only had 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions before he got hurt. And honestly, our backup QBs, I don't even dislike them that much. I think they're also pretty good. Riley Leonard, he hasn't really impressed me that much in the passing game. I think a lot of people just kind of gloss over him. And I feel like sometimes Notre Dame needs playmakers. They're such a momentum-based team, and you need playmakers. He's obviously pretty good on the run, but he just had leg surgery, so it's not really very reliable. My early season prediction is that in one of the games we'll kind of struggle against a team we shouldn't, and then they'll put in Angeli or Carr or Minchie or something. And I like Angeli. He's thrown some of the worst passes I've ever seen, but most of the time he's actually pretty good. Go to the running backs. There's nothing to be concerned about here. I think all of them are good. They lost Esme, but I think Jeremiah Love's the next guy up. He looks really good. Jadarian Price and Jabron Payne are also really good. Aeneas Williams, freshman, he has a lot to talk about him. I think the running back room is just fine. The wide receivers are
Price with
a very big question mark. A lot of people don't really know how they're going to be. And a lot of transferred away. But I honestly don't care about any of the dudes that transferred away. A lot of them just weren't that good anyways. Faison kind of became our main receiver by the end of the season, which he was a walk-on, and he's pretty good at getting open. Got a couple transfers too, like Chris Mitchell and Bo Collins. Hoping Chris Mitchell really becomes the impact player. I hope Jaden Thomas, he kind of disappointed me this last season. I hope he plays like I really think he can, and I really think he should. Jaden Greathouse and Jordan Faison, I think both of them are good. I think it's a solid room. I think the tight ends are, Mitchell Evans is really good, especially against Duke and Ohio State. He just took over those games. Hopefully he stays healthy as he's coming back from injury. And even Eli Raridon and Cooper Flanagan, I think both those guys will be starters eventually, and they're all really good. Offensive line, kind of spotty, but I think they're going to be just fine. And on the defense, I mean, we have a couple All-Americans. Benjamin Morrison, one of the best corners in the game. I think Christian Gray and Jade Mickey, our other corners, are also really good. Safeties, I mean, Xavier Watts, best safety in college football, I think. And our other safeties kind of questioned, but it doesn't really matter that much. Along the defensive line, we have a bunch of already, talent. It didn't really change much from last season except John Baptiste left, and but he kind of got replaced by R.J. Oben. I think our defense lines are going to be really good. Our linebackers kind of question mark. We still have Kaiser, but we need Jalen Sneed, who's a former 5-star, and Kingston Vilamu Asu, or however you say his name, freshman. We need those 5-stars to really play like 5-stars, and this can be the best defense in the nation. I really think so. I really like Botello and Riley Mills off the ends too. I think at least one of them is going to have a big year. I thought that last year, but I especially think it this year. Anyways, moving to the schedule, a lot of people say this is like a cakewalk schedule. I don't think that's true. I mean, Louisville was ranked 11th last season. USC was ranked 6th, and Florida State also was 4th. So those were all good teams last year. I honestly think we might lose to Texas A&M the first game. According to EA, it's the hardest place to play, which I just don't think that's true. But I really hate Texas A&M, but it is kind of a hectic place to play, and I'm not sure if we'll really be ready. And I really don't want to lose, but I think it's probably going to happen. But you can't throw your season away. You still got Northern Illinois next week, and I think that's an easy W. Just can't let Marshall happen again, and I think they'll be fine. Purdue, you have to play at Purdue. All Purdue wants to do is spoil teams, but I think they beat them. I think they beat Miami, Ohio. And then going back to Louisville, Louisville beat us last year. Even years where we're really good, Louisville still finds a way to beat us. But I really think the only reason we lost Louisville was because we had the worst offense coordinator of all time, and he got replaced, which I think is the biggest addition to the offense. Go back and watch those Louisville and Clemson games. I mean, he just calls the worst plays Gerard Parker did. Clemson would get a bunch of momentum, and then immediately he would pick the most pick-sixed route ever to run, and then it'd get pick-sixed, and then would run away with it. That pissed me off so bad. I think our new offense coordinator will elevate us to the next level. Then going back to Stanford, we should beat them. They upset us 2 years ago, but, I think that was Freeman's fault 2 years ago, and now he's more experienced. I think we're going to beat them. I mean, when they upset us, they took 0 risks. I've never seen an underdog take 0 risks and still win. It was terrible. But I think we're going to beat them. We beat them last year. Georgia Tech could be a really tough game, and Navy I don't think we'll lose to Navy, but I think they could injure our guys. Both those games really should be wins. There's no reason that they shouldn't be. Just can't fall apart against Georgia Tech, and we can't get injured against Navy, and we should be good. Going into a bye week and then Florida State, I think we beat Florida State. It's at home. It's a night game, and I just think we beat them. Virginia and Army, we should also win both those games. Finishing off USC, I think we also beat them. I mean, they needed prime Caleb Williams to beat us last time. Not even the last time, though. The last time we destroyed them, but the last time they're at home, they beat us, and they needed prime Caleb Williams to really beat us. I don't think that's going to repeat. They're kind of a question mark, and there's lots of question marks, but I think Notre Dame overall goes 11-1 and will make the college football playoff. And, that's the first step, is making the college football playoff to win it. If we make it every year, eventually they'll probably win it. So thanks for watching. I hope you like this prediction.